Blessed love and blessed day, boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fire. This is real life boxing. Should Mikey Garcia be given a moral victory for going 12 rounds with Errol Spence Jr. last night? Before we get into it, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new content is being uploaded, and you can be notified when we go live. So let's get into it. Should Mikey Garcia be given a moral victory for going 12 against Errol Spence last night? Yeah, today is Sunday, day after the big fight, and I want to talk about it. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Now, it's mad funny because I was just about to do a video on Mikey Garcia because I've been doing, a lot of focus has been on Errol Spence. So I'm like, let me do a video on Mikey Garcia, and I click on YouTube and I see Boxing Ego. Shout out to Boxing Ego, was down there in the trenches covering the fight. Shout out to Ego. I see Ego, he's on live right now talking about the same exact thing, the exact same thing I was about to talk about. Y'all hear Ego. Shout out to Boxing Ego. But yeah, I'm actually in his live stream right now in the chat as I'm working. Fanon is in there. Shout out to Fanon. But yeah, story was win-win situation for Mikey, no-win situation for Errol Spence. Win-win for Mikey being that if he wins the fight, of course, everybody's gonna say he's #1 pound for pound. But if he loses the fight, everybody's gonna say, well, it's still a victory for Mikey for taking the fight, and so forth. Me personally, like I said, I've been giving Mikey his props for even taking the fight, for stepping up, because there's a lot of welterweights that have been ducking Errol Spence, and I don't think that there's definitely not any lightweights that would be coming up right now to challenge Errol Spence at welterweight. I just don't think so. So I was giving Mikey props for just taking the fight in the first place. What I was coming on here to talk about was Mikey's victory was going 12 rounds with Errol Spence. You know what I mean? I'm not rewarding him with the victory for going 12 rounds with Errol Spence because he didn't get the victory. But I know within himself and within his team, they feel as though it's a moral victory. It's a spiritual victory, an emotional victory, even though they didn't physically get the victory. I know that they're feeling good today. You know what I mean? And strange, because who feels good after they take a loss, especially their first loss of their career? You know what I mean? But in Mikey's case, he knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? Coming up 2 weight classes to fight Errol Spence. He knew what he was doing. He knew that if he didn't get the win, it wouldn't be so bad for his legacy, because it's a loss from Errol Spence, a bigger man, a better fighter, which everybody thought, Errol Spence would beat him anyway. And not really everybody, because a lot of people were picking Errol Spence to lose the fight. A lot of even boxing legends were picking Mikey Garcia to win the fight. So no, we can't give Mikey a moral victory for just surviving the 12 rounds. You know what I mean? When boxing legends had Mikey winning the fight somehow, when Mikey didn't even win a round. You know what I mean? Some people say they want to give him the second and third round. I mean, either way, he just completely got outboxed, outclassed, and dominated. You know what I mean? So, like I said, no, we cannot give Mikey the moral victory. We can't be going around here giving people moral victories, for for losing a unanimous decision. You know what I mean? But like I said, shout out to Mikey for showing toughness and for showing heart. You know what I mean? He showed heart, showed toughness just for stepping up and taking the fight. And then the way that I wouldn't say the way that he performed, but the way that he didn't go out. You know what I mean? The things that he didn't do. He didn't quit, because we know great fighters in the past, like Roberto Duran, who was in there present during the weight conference, and he was actually one of the legends who thought that Mikey was gonna win. You know what I mean? We knew that Roberto Duran, after he came up from lightweight to defeat Sugar Ray Leonard at welterweight, he quit against Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I mean? In one of the following fights, in one of the rematches, he quit against Sugar Ray Leonard, the famous No Mas. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to Mikey for the thing that he didn't do. He didn't quit. Yes, so he showed great toughness and great heart and just staying in there, because his brother Robert Garcia definitely wanted to stop the fight at the end of the 10th round, I believe. At the end of the 9th, 10th round, Robert was saying, yo, I'm gonna stop it, bro. I'm gonna stop it, because you know, I don't want you taking these punches like this. And throughout the fight, Robert was telling him, yo, you got to throw more punches. You got to be more aggressive. Rush him, bully him. But if you guys see my final fight prediction, I said that was the way for Mikey Garcia to beat Errol Spence. That was his key to victory. He had to rush Errol Spence. He had to bully Errol Spence. He had to stay as close to him as possible. He had to make it an uncomfortable fight for Errol Spence, and just smother Errol Spence and throw all types of punches at him from different angles, kind of like Maidana. But you know, I also said Mikey doesn't fight like that. That's not Mikey's style. And Mikey did do it for about 20 seconds at the beginning of one of those rounds. You know, he tried to press and it looked good. You know what I mean? It looked good. But Errol Spence just swoop, caught, rolled, moved away from it. And then Mikey couldn't keep up the pace. And then Errol Spence right back to dominating. Right back to just doing whatever he wanted to do. To just imposing his will on Mikey Garcia. So, you know, CONCACAF punch stats were 375 punches landed for Errol Spence, and 345 punches landed for Errol Spence, and 75 punches landed for Mikey Garcia. And that's some Adrian Broner stats right there for Mikey Garcia. And Mikey Garcia was on his Adrian Broner shit last night, pumping his fists after every round as if he won the fight. So you know what I mean? Like I said, it was a moral victory for Mikey Garcia. Like, he felt like he was doing good, and not necessarily he felt like he was winning the fight, but he felt like he was doing good in the sense of he wasn't getting hurt too bad. You know what I mean? Until the later rounds, you know, Errol Spence started to put the hands on him. But you know, in the sense of he wasn't getting hurt too bad, and he was, you know, still making Errol Spence think before he threw his punches. He was making Errol Spence respect him. You know what I mean? And Errol Spence showed him a lot of respect in this fight. But you know, like I said, if we're gonna be giving out more victories, then we definitely got to give Adrian Broner. I mean, if we're gonna give Mikey a moral victory for this fight, then we got to give Adrian Broner the moral victory for going 12 against Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Because the stats are pretty much very similar. The stats are very similar. I think AB landed about 50-something punches against Manny, and Mikey wasn't too far behind that. Ahead of that, landing 75. And really, Adrian Broner didn't get dominated like Mikey Garcia did. Adrian Broner didn't get dominated against Manny Pacquiao like Mikey Garcia got dominated versus Errol Spence. So yeah, if we're gonna be giving out more victories, then we gotta spread them. We gotta spread them equally. You know what I mean? We gotta be fair. We gotta be righteous. You know what I mean? In the way that we spreading out these victories. But shout out to everybody who was in the feed. It was very enjoyable. We definitely had a lot of fun. Shout out to the new subscribers. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new content is being uploaded. It's Real Life Boxing. Peace and one love to the whole world, not just the boxing world. I'm gonna ask you guys to make sure you protect yourself at all times. Stay on the lookout for new content, man. It's Real Life Boxing. Peace and one love. We out of here. So if you guys like this video and you would like to see more great content like this on the channel, you can go to the PayPal link or the Cash App link in the description, and you can show your appreciation by donating any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for watching. This is Real Life Boxing.